Have you ever wondered how your net worth compares to the average American? Most of us, unfortunately, aren't billionaires like Jeff Bezos or Warren Buffett. So how does your wealth compare to the average or median American? Net worth is often measured in one of two ways: the mean net worth and the median net worth. The mean is the average net worth of all Americans, but this figure may be less accurate as a representation of the average American's net worth because it can be skewed by extremely high or low outliers, such as those billionaires. The median net worth is the middle point between all Americans. You can literally think of it as the median strip down the middle of the road. The figure for net worth itself is simply what you own minus what you owe. So let's start with median. Now, this, as I said before, is literally the middle number in the distribution that we've collected. So we can start by breaking this up into age groups, starting with age 35 or less, and then moving through every 10 years up to 75 plus. And so we can see here the median net worth of people in these age categories, starting with 13,900 for those under 35, all the way up to the highest amount at age 65 to 74 of 266,400. So let's compare this to the average or the mean. Now you'll notice that the mean or the average figures are quite a lot higher than the median, and this is just one of the ways in which it's extremely complicated to figure out how you compare to whatever the average or mean or median American is. Now in these figures, you'll notice the highest mean or highest average wealth are those aged between 65 and 74 at 1.2 million US dollars. Feel free to pause the video here or press the J key to jump back a few seconds to the median figures, and you can see how you compare in your age category to these figures that I've found. But also, you might like to ask yourself another question: does it actually matter? Because net worth varies by so many things. It varies by your education, as well as your age, as well as your income and your job, and all these other factors that are demographically unique to an individual, such as your family situation. There are so many factors that can influence whether you sit below or above these means and median figures that none of this probably matters. For example, someone who has inherited a large estate from their grandparents when they were very young might have had the opportunity to compound that into an extremely high net worth at their age. And any amount they have is going to be far more significant than what someone else could have made just working in a 9-to-5 job. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." It literally steals us away from satisfaction with our own lives. The process of constantly evaluating our own behavior, thoughts, emotion, relationships, jobs, houses, clothes, looks, lives to each other is one of the most damaging internal narratives we can have. Who we compare ourselves to does matter, but you can recognize that perhaps the average or median wealth of all Americans is an unrealistic target when evaluating yourself, and perhaps you can adjust accordingly. When you look at these figures, perhaps think about what you're trying to achieve when making a comparison to them. If you're finding you're below the average American, does that mean that all you want to achieve is greater wealth? And if this comparison has you feeling down, spend some time thinking about some of those positives. For example, maybe you do have a really great friendship group. Maybe you've achieved something educationally that a lot of other people wouldn't have the opportunity to do. And although that's set you back in your career, perhaps it's something that you can be proud of. Comparisons ultimately can go both ways. So when you look at these figures, take them with a grain of salt and think about all the positive things as well. If you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe. You can also drop a comment below or check out some of my other videos. It really means a lot, helps me know I'm making content that people value.